Okay. All right, everyone. I'm here. My name is Trina King. Today is Monday, June the 6th, 2016. I'm sitting here with my cousin Leitao, and I just want to say that my name is Trina King. My father's name is Johnny King, and his father's name was James Hebrew King.
And I'm Leitao King. My mother was Chevy Jean King, and my grandfather is James Hebrew King.
So Teo and I are first cousins.
First cousin.
Yeah. So we're basically just going to do some casual conversating about a few topics. And the first one is family. So I'm just going to ask you, Lateo, when I mention the word family, what does that do for you? Like, what does it bring out in you? And what would you like to share with our audience about your perspective of family?
Well, even at an early age, growing up, um, my mother had several brothers and sisters, so any given day you could be over one of those houses spending the night or just there while your mother or somewhere went to run an errand. And family is all you got. And with the King family, my aunts and uncles growing up was very, very close. I remember my aunt Lynn living next door to us in the trailer park. I
Yes.
remember growing up with my cousins Andre, Boo, and Tanika. I remember going to my cousin Laura's house to go and with her son DeAndre and Whitney. I remember Candyman and going to see him and his mother on Castle Street when they lived in the trailers. I'm going way back.
Yes, you are.
I mean, this is way back. Then we got my Uncle Johnny. He was in Mitchell Wooten. Trina and Teresa used to babysit me on the regular.
Yes.
And I just remember going over there and they cooking dinner before Uncle Johnny get home. That big cold pitcher of Kool-Aid in the freezer. You know what I mean? Uncle Johnny got off the foods on the table.
Yes.
The Kool-Aid was in the pitcher. Nobody ate. Uncle Johnny got down. We all sat down at that table in Mitchell Wooten and we ate. And even though the people next door weren't family, but
right.
I grew up. One of my classmates, her and her mother lived next door. Kimberly Outlaw and her mother. I remember so many people from Mitchell Wooten growing up.
Yeah.
I remember so many people from the trailer park in Georgetown area growing up. So we got a big family. It's like an extended family. Back then, anybody could do anything to you at any given time if you did something wrong.
Yeah.
And family's all you got. You got different types of family. You have your conventional mother, father family. Then you have mother, stepfather family. And I just want to take this time out just to let everybody know that Lee Moore was my stepfather, and I really do appreciate everything he did for me growing up. I feel this genuinely from my heart. If he wasn't the way he was, I probably could have ended up opposite of what I am now. I mean, I'm not perfect, but he did instill things in me that a man should have to know growing up.
Teo.
Let's get that straight. The belt was real.
That's
That's the way it was back then, and I think now that is the problem with a lot of these kids. They don't have that type of man in the house with them.
That discipline.
To help them. And that discipline was very real. And it wasn't just Lee. Uncle Johnny would get me. Uncle Spot would get me. Mama would get me. Aunt Teen would get me. My Aunt Lynn would get me. You know, you'll get it 7, 8 times before it was over. So when you did something back then, you really would think about it. So family is a good thing.
Yeah.
So if you're not with your family, it's time to reconcile.
Oh yeah.
Put things behind you because time is limited. Ain't none of us getting no younger. We getting older. You know, and right now at 38, it's time for the torch to be passed to the younger cousins to run this family. So I just want to tell everybody hello and I love y'all.
Exactly. And you know, Teo, when you said the kids and the next generation, that's a good segue to the college part of it, you know, because you have a daughter that's just graduated high school.
Yes.
And so she's actually heading to college now.
Right.
So, on that note, what type of information or feedback from a father's perspective with a daughter going to college can you speak on?
All right. Well, when I graduated high school, I went to Federal State, and after a year or so there, Leitao was conceived, and I moved to Washington D.C. to help her in her early childhood. Things didn't work out. I came back home, so it was like a distant relationship. And through the grace of God, 18 years we got through this. And am I gonna take credit for it? Nope. I wasn't there day in and day out. I had my conversations, but to see her do what she did with her mother and me playing my role way down here, I think I'm lucky because she could have went astray. She could have used that for an excuse not to be the woman that she is today.
And you're speaking of your daughter. She could have used
the fact that I wasn't in the house to just say, I ain't gonna do nothing with my life. My dad ain't here. So now she's the prime example for everybody else that life isn't perfect. Yeah. Life is gonna hit you with obstacles, and it's how you deal with it. And I'm just so happy that my daughter was able to deal with it, accept the fact that I wasn't there, and I'm just so happy that me and my daughter have a relationship that we have now, moving on in her life.
Yes.
Okay? I can't go back and make up for what happened in the past.
That's true.
But I can do something now. And going to that graduation Saturday, it was just heart-filling to see my daughter sitting on stage. She's the Madam Class President. She gave the opening speech for her peers and her teachers to talk so highly of her. It's a testament to our family of how we were raised.
Yes.
You know, you don't have to always be right there in the home to get your point across or to instill knowledge in your kids.
Right.
So let's not use that as a crutch anymore.
Yes.
Let's get off that, because for these kids to be successful, it takes 2.
Yes.
Maybe 3.
Yes.
Or the saying now, a village raises kids.
Give me that. That's right. A village raised that child. That's right, Teo.
It wasn't just me. It wasn't just her mother. It was her mother's sister, her mother's brother, her mother, her mom, her mom's boyfriend, Trina, Teresa, my Uncle Johnny on the weekend getaways.
Yeah.
Cousins calling and keeping in contact with her. Kim stopping from Baltimore to pick her up to bring her down here. Belle playing her role. My cousin Debbie, my Uncle Spot, my Uncle Johnny. It was the whole family.
Yes.
So for her to graduate Saturday, yes, I was only there, but I was the representative for our whole family.
Yeah.
And I know she knows that her whole family love her.
Yes.
And I'm just so honored to know that was one of the main factors of her continuing her education in North Carolina, is the fact that she has family down here and she's going to be taken care of, and we're just a blink of an eye away from her.
Yes. And you know, guys, if you wanted to see his daughter, we do have a video of her on this YouTube channel. She's in the Fun Facts of College, I think that's the name of it, but she's in there and she mentions her father, Leitao King. So you have the opportunity, if you wanted to connect the dot visually, then you can go there and see her on that video. So Teo, wow, you made some very profound statements, and I agree. I totally concur with everything that you said, because distance doesn't, I mean, it makes a difference to, to spend quality time and things of that nature, but it doesn't change things. You still can get done what needs to be done,
right,
and no more for those excuses. You know what I mean?
Before we go any further, to all the single mothers out there, I look at things totally different now. Y'all are phenomenal to be in that house with those kids day in and day out. And to get what you get out these kids in that house by yourself is a testament to y'all hard work. So to all the single mothers out there, the ones with support or not support, you need a round of applause.
Yes, exactly. Bravo. So I do want to say, as we begin to wrap up this video, there is one final thing that we want to actually speak on, and that has to do with the advice for those individuals that are contemplating marriage. Because Teo, I'll let you speak on that and kind of introduce that particular piece as to why we decided to speak on that.
Well, right here in 2016, we're seeing that marriage is more of a show. It's really not how it used to be when we were small. People are getting married now just to put on the fake, to put on the funk, and then 6 months later they're not together because they've been with A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Before you get married, make sure that's the one you want to be with for the rest of your life. That's the person you're going to wake up beside every morning. That's the person you're going to make decisions with every day, good or bad. Is every day good? No. Is every day bad? No. Just let the good outweigh the bad. Learn how to compromise. That's what I've learned in these 4 years of marriage. You can't be a dictator in a marriage. Sometimes you just have to say, you're right. You just have to give in. And even if you don't feel it, you just have to tell yourself, I'm going to roll with you and your decision. We in this together. And whatever happens, I got your back. So that's what it's all about. One is better, two is better than one. That's the way me and my wife do it. 2 incomes is better than one. Right. So when you find somebody and y'all settle down and y'all start y'all career, just know that you can have some good days, you can have some bad days, but most importantly, y'all should be happy. You should be happy with one another. You should be comfortable in your own skin. And if you are having problems, keep it in the house. Don't run to social media. Don't run to your best friend. Don't run to every family member in the family. Nobody has to know that y'all are upset with each other. That's true. Nobody has to know that. That's between you and your wife to work out.
Right. Or you and your husband.
Or you and your husband.
Absolutely. So guys, this was fun doing this video. I mean, Teo touched on some very key comments, topics, and I concur. I mean, it makes perfect sense. And we just want to say that we love you guys. And for those family members who are watching us for the first time and we're getting to know each other, understand that is the purpose of these videos. So when we do come together for the first time at the first family reunion that we'll have together, that we're not meeting each other as if we're strangers, right? These videos should serve as that purpose to help to close that gap or to bridge that gap. And so when we do see each other in person, it's like we've been seeing each other for all this time. So again, my name is Trina, and this is Leitao, and we've enjoyed you guys. So we look forward to seeing you soon, and we love you so much. And you have a great rest of the day. We'll communicate with you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.